What is happening, folks? I'm hanging out with Seth here at the WE and Civivi booth. Seth, thank you for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Always good to have you. Having
Absolutely.
such a good time.
Yes. I mean, it's always good to be around knife people.
It's so good.
We were talking earlier today about how we have a hard time spotting knife people in the wild. Like if we're at the grocery store, I'm like, I wonder if that's a knife guy, or I wonder if that's a knife lady. I wonder if they are into the same thing. But at a place like this, you don't have to worry about that.
No, it's easy. Everybody is, right?
Everybody is, yeah.
Everybody is.
And you guys have got some really cool new stuff coming out, and some stuff that's already out that we want to talk about here, and get excited about these things coming up, because I know I am.
There's some really, really good designs coming out from all three of the brands in the WE family.
Yes, and so speaking of that, 3 brands now.
3 brands.
You've got a new one, a newcomer to the block, Sencut.
Yep.
And so this is going to be a more budget-minded line of knives, but you're not sacrificing quality.
That's right. It's going to be very, very similar to what you see in the Civivi line in terms of quality and materials. Just a little bit.
That is nasty.
I know. It's to go silent listening and watching.
Oh.
This is the Sencut Sashi. This won the award at Blade Show in June for the Best Buy of the Year award.
That I don't doubt that, because that absolutely is. So I mean, it just drops closed. You got ambi thumb studs. You got a flipper. It's a button lock. I mean, it is the ultimate fidget toy.
It's awesome. It's got a great sized blade, really usable, nice neutral handle that's really comfortable. It checks off all the boxes.
Yeah.
And the price on that thing at the matte price is $47 for the micarta.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane. You can't even get handle scales like that for any knife
right?
for $47. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's unreal.
That's beautiful. And we've also got this one here from Sencut as well, and this is Ferrum Forged design. And so I've got to say, everything that I've held in my hand that has been designed by Ferrum Forge is extremely ergonomic.
Yeah.
Still to this day, one of my favorite knives that I've bought in the last 2 years has been a Civivi Odium. As far as ergonomics goes, it just doesn't get any better.
Yep,
and
totally agree.
They put together some amazing designs, and you guys are making some amazing designs. And this one is super exciting. Now, what's the price point on this one?
That one's going to come right in $42.
$42.
42.
Breaking the bank right there. $42. Like that. That's going to make it in our budget on our knife show. So our picks, like, budget is below 50 now, and I'm like that right there.
We're going to start dropping them in for you in the Sencut brand.
That's insane.
So this brand, it's actually pretty cool. So the Sencut brand has been available direct to consumers via like Amazon and the Sencut website for over a year. It's been out for a little while. We took it to Blade Show. We had a separate booth for it. It won the award, Best Buy of the Year award, and our dealers are like, we want some of this. We gotta have it. Yeah. And so the company's like, all right, let's do it. Let's open up to dealers, and it's just growing like wildfire now.
Absolutely. Now we've got also some new stuff from Civivi and from WE that we want to go through.
Awesome stuff.
This one right here. This is a wicked little blade right here. Got the front flipper.
Pokey.
That is a pokey stabby right there. Oh my gosh.
This is the Clavy.
Clavy.
It's an Ostapel design. You guys may have seen this at Blade Show. It was the first time that we showed that.
Yes.
This is available in November, so it's coming now.
Nice. So that's coming in with Nitro V on the blade steel.
That's right.
G10 on the handles. That's fantastic. And price point on that one is
$60.
$60. That's awesome. And I love that blade shape. That is wicked looking right there. I absolutely dig that.
It is a nice one. That one, as thin as that is too, that one just disappears in your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I'm carrying one of the prototypes that I got from the Blade Show.
Heck yeah.
So, it's one of them I got here.
That is awesome.
I like that little guy.
I mean, and we've seen the industry go a lot more towards those very thin, very unobtrusive, like business style carry, like if you're wearing a suit or something like that. Yeah. Unobtrusive. It's not going to be as intimidating when you pull it out of the office or something.
They're super lightweight. They don't take much room in the pocket. They're great.
Absolutely. Now we've got this one here. This one's called the
Mini Praxis. Okay, so we had the Praxis that's been around. It's one of the very first Civivi designs that we did, right? It was extremely affordable. The mat price on the Praxis is right around $50, maybe a little less, like 45 or so. Okay, the mini Praxis is coming out as, I'm going to call it like a fan appreciation model for Civivi, because this thing is going to retail at $30. $30.
Oh,
this
my
is a mini
God.
Praxis, guys. This is like one of your all-time favorites as a consumer. It's a mini version of it, $30.
That's insane. And is that D2 on the blade steel?
It is. Yeah. It's D2.
$30
it's the liner lock.
D2 liner lock, G10 handles. That's absolute insanity right there. And phenomenal action.
Yeah.
Got the finger choil there, so it's, I mean, extremely ergonomic. I mean, I'm feeling Ferrum Forge vibes on this one anyway, so.
This one is I call this the no excuse knife.
Yeah.
This takes away any excuse that you may have to not try a Civivi.
Exactly.
It's $30. It's like, you have to try this knife.
Yeah. That's
good entry level knife for
That's
Civivi.
phenomenal. Absolutely. Now, this is one that was part of your WE line, and now you've got a Civivi version of it. So this one was insanely popular, and I really dig this design. This is the WE Thug right here. This is the WE version.
Yep.
So the Civivi is coming in as the Thug 2, right?
That's correct. Thug 2. It's got the same general dimensions as the WE version,
Right.
but it's using lesser materials. It's in the Civivi line, and that price on the Damascus one comes in right around $90, and the I forget what blade steel's on the others. The Nitro V,
Nitro V.
I believe.
Yeah.
And that one's going to come in probably right around $65 on that one. So it's a great way to get into that awesome Matthew Christensen
That's
design.
fantastic. And I love that design. It's very fidgety, and I love the multiple grind angles, that compound grind on there, the swedge on top. Just gives it a really cool look. Nice finish on that. And I like the Damascus too on that. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
So we've got a couple of, and you know, I tell you what, I've always shied away from white knives because I've been afraid of how dirty they would get, but this just looks classy.
Yeah. Yep. We're calling that an ivory G10. It's a little bit of an off-white kind of color. This right here is a bolster lock style with a clip point. This is a brand new design called the Cachet, and this one will be dropping November as well.
Nice. 14C28 in on the blade steel. Got the ivory G10 on the handles. And is that, are you guys considering that a liner lock or is that a frame lock? It's kind of like it's a little bit of both, really.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what you call it, you're going to be wrong.
Yeah,
So,
right. Somebody's on the internet.
matter.
Somebody on the internet's going to be like, no, that's not what that is. That's a bolster
Sub-frame
lock.
lock, nested frame lock, nested liner lock,
Yeah.
bolster lock. You know, call it what you will. It is what it is. It's a great.
It locks
it's
the
a great
blade.
knife. It does.
And it works, all right? That's I love it. I love antagonizing people on the internet too about stuff like that. And this one's coming in at just $80. Like, that's a beautiful knife. Like, super classy looking. And then of course we've got the baby banter here,
a new
the
flavor of the month.
the new baby right here.
Coming out just in time for Christmas. This will be hitting in November as well.
Yep, and just in time for all those Chicago Bulls fans for basketball season right there.
That's right.
Getting it back to the '90s Bulls teams right there. That's what Ben said. He was like, you know, I spent so much of my childhood really getting mad at the Bulls for beating us every time in the NBA Finals, and he was like, I just figured why not make a knife out of that.
Little
So,
tribute to that.
yeah,
Huh?
absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Coming in at $62 on map there.
Yep.
That is so cool. And I tell you what, the baby banter has been insanely popular for us. Nitro V on the blade steel, and it's a great size.
Yeah.
And I think, as Ben says, it passes the finger test, so he can get that finger all the way out to the tip of the blade and do like hard work with it. Yeah, I like that. Absolutely. Now, let's talk about these WE knives here. These are some really interesting and really cool designs, and we're talking premium materials,
Yes.
which is what you always expect from WE knives. Which one do you want to talk about first here?
Let's hit the limited edition. We have a handful of limited
That glimmer
editions
right there.
that are coming out, and I've been told by the factory that we'll probably be doing more limited, kind of rotating in more limited editions. So this particular version, there's 310 of them available, and there's about 3 different SKUs, and they'll all have about 300 made. This right here is my personal favorite EDC knife that we have at the show.
Yeah.
I really dig in this knife.
It's nice. It's got a thin profile, but it's not too thin. The action on it is insane. Is that 20 CV on the blade steel?
Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to check.
Yes,
I believe
20
it is.
CV.
Yes.
I thought I smelled 20 CV.
Yeah.
And it of course comes with the certificate of authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes in the limited series box. That is gorgeous.
We've got it also in like a kind of a blue anodized with that same pattern on it.
Nice.
And then like I said, a couple other varieties. Really
And these are
pretty.
full titanium scales that have been milled right there with that pattern. And it gives it such a jeweled look.
Yep.
That is just gorgeous.
And guys, you can pick that up for like right around $210 as a limited edition.
That's not bad for that.
Yeah.
For those materials and for a limited edition.
Yeah.
At that, that's a really good price point.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. And I tell you what, that's one thing that I have started to gravitate more towards in the business because I've got a ton of knives.
Mm-hmm.
My knife collection is huge. But now I'm starting to get into the more limited, okay, this is something that you can't get a lot of.
A little harder to find, can't get it after the drop,
Exactly.
kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
that's a good one.
Next up, I want to talk about this one right here. This thing is insane.
The Revere. Yeah.
And I tell you what, I love the millwork on this. It looks very, almost steampunkish.
Yeah.
Titanium on the handles, S35 on the blade steel, even reverse flicks out there. That is wicked.
So this is reminiscent of some of the like 600 series, some of the original WE knives that were released.
Yeah.
It's kind of taken a step back in to that, which people have been really excited about.
Yeah.
Because the design styles and trends and things change a little bit, and so bringing this out has been really exciting.
Oh,
Drop.
Love that. Love that. And that one's coming in at 260?
Yes, sir.
Nice. And that's a big blade. Like that's
Big blade.
That's a heavy blade too. You feel every bit of that when it pops out there.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to make sure your fingers are out of the path on this one. Now that flipper tab will catch your thumb pretty good as you release the blade there, so that you don't end up dropping it on your fingers. But that blade
Right.
does come down when it's time to come down.
Yeah, absolutely. That's gorgeous. And now this one.
This is new,
beautiful.
different for us. Layered carbon fiber with copper. It gives it that topographical look. It's just striking. This is called the Soothsayer. Man, it's beautiful. Beautiful bolster lock here.
That is gorgeous. And I tell you what, I love any knife like this that has that small groove right there, that long pull, and you can just catch your middle finger right there and just flick it right out. And I mean, these have become something else that I've been really gravitating towards because they multiple opening methods. So I can sit there at my desk, or I can sit there in traffic in my car, and I can just flick it open, drop it closed. Like, just beautiful. Now, what's the price point on this one?
This one runs. Let me just check for you.
That design is
Sorry, guys.
beautiful.
It's gonna be right around $300.
Okay. Nice. That one's coming in with 20 CV on the blade steel too. And that copper swirl, that just looks insane right there. Look at that. Just beautiful. Nice blade shape too. Now, are you guys considering that a drop point?
That's a drop foot.
A drop foot, yep. I like that. Absolutely. I can go with you on down that road, yeah. And
It's
then
modified drop points.
Okay.
If you say modified, you're going to get away with whatever
anything.
you say.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And so this is the Evoke here.
Yes.
Oh, look at that blade grind. Look at that swedge on top.
Could you tell me the designer just by looking at it? Don't let me down.
Oh, yeah, I should have. I should have known that was a Ray Laconico design. Absolutely, I should have known.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. And so this is a little bit different too, and I think this is kind of understated, but I love the integrated lanyard loop right here that has the barrel spacer making the lanyard loop with that other piece milled out. I think that's really cool looking. Very functional. Now the blade steel on this one is going to be, is that 20 CV?
20 CV blade steel, titanium handles, and one of the things I love about all of Ray's designs is the fact that, you know, when he integrates a front flipper on them, they're really, really easy to use.
Yeah, like
it's a
most
good
of the time I have to like flick my wrist, but that one I don't.
Yeah.
That one just pops right out there, almost effortlessly. That is phenomenal. Oh, of course I said something and then I messed it up. Yep. That is gorgeous, and nice finish on the blade right there. Just a super, super classy knife. And last up that we want to talk about here, and I really dig this design. I think it's really cool. And I think, like you and I were talking about earlier, it's a multi-purpose design that lends itself really nicely to being played with and fidgeted with.
It certainly does.
Really dig this one. Now this comes out of the sheath as a push dagger, just like that, but really easy to just turn it into a normal knife right there. And I know you didn't see on camera how that happened. It happened just like that. So we're talking, you can have a normal knife right here with the finger choil, or you can just ease it down into a push dagger right there. And that is a phenomenal design. I absolutely love that thing right there. And you're carrying one yourself.
I am. I put one on. I've been playing with it throughout the show. And like you said, this is carried in the defense position.
Right.
I'll call it the defense position, and then the apple position.
Apple position.
Because that's what I use my knives for, right?
Yeah. Cutting apple slices, cutting cheese slices.
Yeah. I love the idea of carrying one knife on me.
Yep.
That I can use as a defense tool, but I don't have to carry another knife on me for the apple tasks.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
You flip that thing out, get it into action, flip it back, and stow it. It's great. It's a fun
super
design.
Fidgety. Like you can sit there and just like that. That is really cool. Now, what's the price point on this one?
This one's $298 Matt price.
$298 Matt price. 20 CV on the blade steel, titanium handles.
Yep.
You know what? I can see some people taking those titanium handles, taking this apart, and doing some really cool custom work on those. That would be like, even especially with the two different handles pieces on each side, like doing some multi-layered stuff there. That's giving me some ideas and some stuff that I want to play with.
Very interesting.
Absolutely. Dude, that is awesome. We're really looking forward to seeing these in the store. Seth, thank you so much, brother. Absolutely.
Good to see you, man.
And we'll see you in the store here in just a couple of weeks.
I'm super excited. It's going to be my first time at Smoky Mountain.
That's awesome.
I'll be there in a couple of weeks. Can't wait.
We're looking forward to it. Folks, stay tuned for more from right here at Blade Show West.